Hello everyone and welcome to my video presentation. Let's start off with a little bit about me. My name is Kayla Guy and I am 24 years old. I was born and raised in Tucson, Arizona. However, when I was 13, my family and I moved to Olympia, Washington. I am currently still living in the Olympia area, now with my boyfriend Nick and our dog Champ, and I am working as a barista and a trainer at Starbucks. Even though everyone had their struggles growing up, which I definitely had, I feel as though overall I had a really great childhood. When I was really young, my parents had gotten divorced, but they both later remarried to very wonderful people. Even though their divorce was really tough on my brother and I got to grow up in not one but two very loving homes, which I think is pretty special. I lived in a very small town just outside of Tucson. And growing up, I had many friends that I went to school with, and I was a very outgoing and extroverted child. At the time that my family and I moved to Washington, I was just going into the ninth grade. And at this point, everybody had already had their friend groups that they had known for years now, and I was new to the town and also new to the school. Because of this, I became very shy and introverted. I did make a few good friends in school, but I felt like a completely different person compared to who I was in Arizona. Later down the road, I realized that this transition had a major impact on myself and the person that I am today. In class, we had learned about Bronfenbrenner and how each little detail in our lives can make a big impact on our futures and how we develop from these events. Growing up as a child, I would frequently play teacher with my stuffed animals. And I know this sounds strange, but I would create my own worksheets and have my stuffed animals fill out the worksheets that I would later grade myself. It was then that I knew that I was destined to become a teacher. I have always felt very drawn to the idea of teaching and working with students, and I feel very passionate about working with kids in any sense, which I have actually gained a lot of experience in that field, including volunteering at my church and youth groups. I had nannied a couple of young children, and I have also worked in a daycare for quite some time. When thinking about what I wanted my future career to be, it was a very easy choice for me to make. I've always known that I wanted to be a teacher my whole life. The idea of working as a teacher is very exciting for me, and I can't wait until I'm in my own classroom with my own students and making those amazing memories that I got to make with my teachers as a young student. Now, in order to reach my goal of becoming an elementary school teacher, I have a few steps that I have to take first in order to get there. The first step is to get my degree in education, which, as you can probably tell, I am already working on this step at this very moment. My next step after graduating with my degree would be to get my teaching certificate, and according to the state of Washington, after getting my bachelor's degree, I would then need to go through a state-approved teacher preparation program in order to get my teaching certificate. After obtaining my certificate, I would then begin looking for jobs at a school in town. My goal would be to stay in or at least near the Olympia area, as I would really like to stay near my family. And aside from career goals, another goal I have is to continue my strong relationships with my friends, my family, my partner. They're all very important to me, and I want to make sure that I am keeping them high up on my priority list, as well as my other goals that I have for myself. And a final goal that I have is to continue learning even after school is finished for me. This could be as simple as reading, which is something that I love to do. As I'm working towards my future, I think it's also important that I'm envisioning and planning for my future. I know some things change, but I'm the type of person who likes to have, at the very least, a general plan to kind of help guide me through life. In 3 years, I can see myself being graduated from ASU with my degree in education. I've received my teaching certificate, and my hope is that I am just starting my new career as an elementary school teacher. In about 5 years, I would have a couple of years of teaching under my belt, and I kind of have found my groove with teaching and with my students. And personally, I would also like to be at a place where I am starting my own family in about 5 years. And in 10 years, my hope is that I'm continuing to love my job as a teacher. And even a personal goal I have would be to maybe be a mentor and help new teachers who might be struggling or just need some support someone to help them, anything like that. I would love to be able to help new teachers. And then, as we had learned in class, professional development is very important. Like we learned in lesson 5, once you've gotten a job and have started, it's very important that you're continuing to learn about your job, learn about yourself, and how you can improve as an employee. Thank you very much for watching and for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.